My friends, today's video is not just a piece of advice. It could be a lifeline that leads you to paradise. Or, God forbid, ignoring it could lead to deep regret. If you want to know how to remain a winner after Ramadan and what could destroy all your hard work and lead you toward hell, pay close attention to what I'm about to say.
During Ramadan, you were a hero, maintaining the 5 daily prayers in the mosque, persistent in the Sunnah and Taraweeh. And in the last 10 nights, you stood in Tahajjud in the heart of the night. At that time, you were at the peak of closeness to paradise and furthest from hell. Will you maintain that status after Ramadan? Will you continue to make the mosque your foundation and keep at least the 12 rakas of Sunnah so that a house may be built for you in paradise? Or will you throw yourself into destruction and turn away from Allah's path by abandoning prayer entirely? The choice is yours. The reward of Ramadan is the reward of all months. After fasting the full 30 days with faith and seeking reward from Allah, enduring hunger and thirst to please your Creator, at that time, you were building palaces in paradise and distancing yourself from the flames of hell. Will you remain with that same level of piety after Ramadan? Will you follow Ramadan by fasting the 6 days of Shawwal and remain holding on to the spirit of fasting that entered your heart? Or will you throw yourself into ruin and return to sins and transgressions as if you never fasted a single day? Remember, the Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months. In Ramadan, you gave generously, spending your wealth abundantly to help the poor and the needy. You gave your zakat al-fitr and helped everyone who asked. At that time, you were very close to paradise through your charity. Will your hand remain generous after Ramadan? Will you continue to support the less fortunate and give charity regularly so you may stay under its shade on the Day of Judgment? Or will you throw yourself into destruction, closing your door to the needy and withholding the wealth Allah gave you by stopping your charity entirely? Choose your path. The Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months.
Before we continue and discover the trap Satan has set for you to destroy all your good deeds and lead you to hell, if your goal is truly paradise and your hard work in Ramadan is precious to you, hit the like button and subscribe to the Paradise or Hell channel so we can stay firm together on the path of truth. In Ramadan, you turned away from looking at what Allah has forbidden. You avoided inappropriate movies, and you restrained your eyes from looking at forbidden content on your phone. You were in a state of purity, close to entering paradise and far from hell. After Ramadan, will you stay away from watching television or using your phone for what Allah has forbidden? Will you protect the light of your eyes and heart to deserve the paradise of Allah?
Or will you throw yourself into destruction and distance yourself from paradise to enter hell by returning to watching explicit content and looking at what is forbidden? The choice is yours. The Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months.
In Ramadan, you stayed away from smoking and drugs. You fled from major sins like adultery and others. You proved to yourself that you are strong through Allah. At that time, you were on your way to paradise and far from hell. After Ramadan, will you remain strong and stay away from smoking and drugs? Will you continue to abandon major sins to win Allah's pleasure and paradise? Or will you throw yourself into destruction and turn away from paradise to enter hell by returning to those poisons and falling back into major sins? Remember, the Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months. In Ramadan, you completely avoided the sins of the tongue, lying, backbiting, gossiping, and slandering. You were protecting your good deeds. At that time, you were close to entering paradise and far from hell. And know that the sins of the tongue are a primary reason for entering hell, so beware. After Ramadan, will you remain away from lying, backbiting, and gossiping? Will your tongue stay moist with the remembrance of Allah and remain pure to attain paradise? Or will you throw yourself into destruction and turn away from paradise to enter hell by returning to the path of lying and backbiting? The choice is yours. The Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months.
In the end, Ramadan is over. Did you win or lose? The greatest profit from Ramadan is to persist in acts of worship, prayer, charity, fasting, remembrance, and reading the Quran, and to stay away from sins, alcohol, lying, backbiting, and forbidden looks. The Lord of Ramadan is the Lord of all months, and among the signs of Ramadan being accepted is the continuity of obedience. May Allah grant us all the highest level of paradise. Say Amen. An unknown fate awaits us, so be among the people of paradise and those who follow the best of speech. If you truly want to secure your place in the highest paradise, join us on the channel and turn on the notification bell. May Allah reward you with goodness, and peace and blessings be upon you.